What's a good puppy? Who's my good puppy? This is Daisy. She says she's a good girl. She's my office assistant. She's here every day. Huh. You're a good girl, Daisy, aren't you? Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Uh-oh. We got my other assistant. There's Penny. Alrighty. Is it time to go to work? Let's share the magic, huh? Yep, let's tell them how we do things. Hey there, it's Ginger Bratzel from New Patient Attraction Automation, where we give you ongoing weekly tips, strategies, and big picture thinking about getting to the next level in your practice, about getting and keeping more patients. And that's what it's about. And today we're talking about, dun dun dun, the phones. And we're talking about that initial phone call. So when we talk about case conversion in our Treatment Plan Academy, that whole process, there's a foundation stage, there is the presentation phase, and then there's a follow-through phase. And so this would be in the foundation phase because they're not your patient yet. They've heard about you, they're making a decision to come in, and even though they picked up the phone and gone to all the trouble to talk to a human being, which is a huge step, by the way, it's not a sealed deal. And so that call is really, really critical, and people discount it. Most businesses discount it, most doctors discount it. They do not give it the leverage and the weight that it really has on there, because that call is meant to wow people over. The only reason to have that call, we are trying to get them from calling for information, even if they say, hey, I'd like to make an appointment, they have not agreed to it, to actually making the appointment. And then after that, we'll have steps in place to make sure they show up for the appointment. So that call gets rushed. They'll put somebody in it who's not trained, or they're overworked and they're doing 15 things. This thing has to be the bomb. You've got to have your best people there. And when I say best, not the necessarily the nicest or whoever you put up there and say, hey, they can handle it. Their phone vocal skills, they have to be able to pronunciate. They need to be able to vocalize. They need to be listeners. They need to be detectives and going through. And so that's a pretty important job, to just slack on somebody who doesn't have a lot of training or who hasn't been through the process. I tell the story about when I was in dental school, when I graduated from dental school, I'm waiting for that illustrious license to come in, even though I've taken boards, and we all know how long sometimes that takes. So for a little while, I worked for a friend's hardware store. And first day they put me on the job answering the phones, I had been there literally 30 seconds and told me to answer the phone with zero training. And I said, I did the best I could, and what I knew is that, good morning, thanks for calling, the name of the business, Blank Building Supplies. How can I direct your call? And the guy on the other side went ape shit. He was mad, and I thought I had done a great job. It was the owner of the company. And he says, excuse me, you're representing me. And he was not in the building. He wasn't even in the city. We were a satellite office. And he said, you're representing me, and that's how you answer the phone? How dare you do this? How long have you worked for me? And I got really quiet. I said, honestly, it's right. I looked at my watch. I said, it's been about a minute. I just got hired and on the first day. He said, I want to talk to the manager. So whose fault was it? It was the manager's, who put me in that position without giving me the training to do. And so they had a whole phone script. And I will tell you, after working for that company, waiting for my license, and being a patron of it for many years ago, they never did that phone script. They never took the time to do it. So this owner invested in a phone script. They had worked on the process. They got all the things together, and nobody was enforcing it. So that's a breakdown in the communication. So if you are the doctor and want the phones answered a certain way, you've got to mystery call it. You've got to call into your phone call. So what's the 3 things that have to happen in that phone call? Well, first of all, it has got to be the warmest greeting this person has ever received. Think about it going into a party with the ultimate hostess. They just make you feel so comfortable. You know they are there to take care of you. That's what that phone call is. So if they're wonderful, thanks for calling Wonderful Dental Spa Office. This is, what can I help you with? You want to make an appointment? What do you need? Which insurance do you have? I love that question, the second one. Well, I'd like to make an appointment. Sure, what's your insurance? No, that's not how you treat someone walking into someone's house. Oh, great, I would love to help you with this. I would love to help you with this. I'd be honored to help you with this. I'm here to help you with it. That all has to be conveyed for there. Insurance, even though it's important, it's one of the last things on the list. This person needs to be wowed. So wowed that even if you didn't take their insurance, they would still consider coming to your office. That's how good this call needs to be. So think of the ultimate hostess situation. This is not mechanical. Thanks for calling so-and-so dental office. It's got to relay who's on the phone. When I walk into someone's house as a hostess, And they don't tell me what their name is. Hi, I'm Susie. Thanks for coming. Oh, let me get your jacket. Let me take care of you. They introduce themselves. I have a connection with somebody. And if somebody introduces themselves, I tend to introduce myself back. Hi, this is Susie. And it's not a script. This is a genuine connection because this is a reflection of your office. Number 2, what happens on that phone call is it's not to be rushed. When you're on through checklists and say, I got to get their social security number or their insurance ID, click, 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 click. There is zero human connection on that. You've got to be, that person on the phone has got to be a detective. They're calling to make an appointment. Why? What motivated them to do it? What things are the patient going to tell you? I need to make an appointment. Sure, I'd be glad to help you with it. What things were you considering that you needed an appointment for? Well, I've got a broken tooth. Can you tell me a little bit more about that? Well, broke on the upper right. It's been hurting me. How long has this been going on? Well, it happened yesterday, and I really need to get in. So we know the motivation factor. Or, hey, I'd like to make an appointment to talk about implants. So this person knows what's going on. And that the receptionist, the front desk person, whoever's answers the phone, needs to go bing, bing, bing. Great, what makes you think you would need implants? Well, I've already been to 5 other doctors, and I haven't decided on it. Well, that person's gone to 5 doctors, and they're still looking for someone for implants. They want implants. They're just looking for the right people. Are you going to be the one to seal the deal? Okay? So number 2 is detective, and number 3 is to get them scheduled. And we want to be in an assumptive mode. We want to make sure that we're going to get the appointment. Sure, I'd love to get you scheduled, and I'll do that. Is Mondays or Tuesdays better? Is it mornings or afternoons? We're not asking, hey, would you like to make an appointment? We're not just volleyballing it. Hey, I got some questions about implants. Okay, what can I ask you? Yeah, they screw in your jaw. Blah, 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 blah. See, wow, it sounds like you got a lot of questions about implants, and I would like the doctor to get with you and talk specifically what's important to your situation. Is Mondays or Tuesdays better? That's it. So the 3 things that happen on that call is to wow them and warm hostess. Not blow them away with technical, getting all the answers to your questions. Just make them feel really loved and cared for is number 1. Number 2 is to play detective and find out what motivates them. If they're asking for cosmetic stuff, maybe we want to have someone come in with them. Someone's going to help them with that decision. They've been talking to other people. That's our job. And to do it in a controlled circumstances, not to let it get out of control. And number 3 is to get the appointment. So that new patient call is very important to your office. Even in the age of internet, I'm looking over at my computer, even the age of the internet, and people can click and request and text and everything like that, you still treat people. They're not mailing their teeth in. You've got to have that human connection. And so most people schedule by phone still, and your better patients are if you use that phone call. It's the first step in the foundation in your case conversion. I was looking for the word. Case conversion process. So it's your job to get on it. So, hey, this is Ginger Bratzel. Again, we do this every week. If you're interested in being a private client, find out how you can work with us and to be one of our doctors that we work with, reach out to us at results@gingerbratzel.com, and my team will see if it's a good fit for you and for us and what we do and making big things happen, because that's all we're about, making big things in your office happen. Heard a quote yesterday. Everyone wants to improve, but nobody wants to change. So are you ready for change? Are you ready to make some big moves? Are you going to live your bigger life? Yeah, this is your day. So I'm looking forward to talking to you soon. This is Ginger Bratzel. Bye-bye.